Oh yeah. All right. So I know right away some of you all are wondering what is going on because Live with Vince Elliott comes on Fridays at 8 o'clock. But I had to come on real quick. Um, let's just call this one a special edition. I had to do a special edition. You know what? And it's such a special edition. I didn't even do the regular Live with Vince Elliott music. So let's just change that right now. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Live with Vince Elliott. And listen, this is a special edition. We're not even going to be on here for a whole hour. This is just going to be a little teaser real quick because I want to introduce you all to somebody. And I think you're going to enjoy this. Entertainment value is going to be funny. It's going to be all of that. So I just had to pop on and introduce you all to somebody and let you see the level of talent that I bring on to this show. I don't think any of you have ever heard of this individual. And here, I'm going to say it like this. I'm bringing you a body with a voice, or should I say with several voices. This individual, I'll just say that she travels with a lot of friends. Let's put it like that. So I'm just going to get right into it and introduce. I'm excited because I've been knowing this person for years. And when I say this person, listen, if you got somebody at Walt Disney or Hollywood or Pixar or any of these places, you need to get on the phone and call them right now. I'm just telling you right now, call whoever you know and tell them that you got somebody that's, I can't even talk about them. I'm just going to bring on, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give her own intro music. Let's just go ahead and bring on the one, the only, the multi-talented voices from, I don't know where these voices, how all of these voices come out of one body, but she goes by the one and only. Her name is Miss Abby. Abby, how are you?
Hey, yeah, good. How are you doing?
I'm good. You see, you hear the crowd in the background cheering for you. Listen.
Good.
Yeah. So listen, just, introduce yourself. Let the people hear your regular voice before we get off into something else, just to let them know that you are a regular person with a regular voice.
Okay.
Your name and where you're from, where you're from.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hey, everybody. My name is Abby Adams. Live in, right now I reside in Raleigh, North Carolina. So I actually grew up in Michigan.
Detroit?
And, yeah. So I grew up there. Yeah.
So listen, if you just joined us, I've got Dolores saying, hey, thanks for the special edition. She's ready. She says, bring it. She says, hey, Miss Abby. So listen, guys, I just want to, I'm laughing already because I already know what's coming. Now, if you saw one of my earlier episodes, I had Abby on and she was doing this character called Miss Ruby. And Miss Ruby, I didn't clarify at the time that Miss Ruby, although she sound like she drunk, she don't drink. She been sounding like that since she was 2 years old. Abby, can you channel your inner Miss Ruby and let us talk to Ruby real quick? Ruby, you've been talking like that since you were 2 years old. People always think you're drinking.
Yeah, I was making sure I just sound like this.
This is the way you've been talking, huh?
I woke up like this, babe.
And you from the old school. You got
old school. Yes, sir.
And look, Miss Ruby, I want to ask you, what do you think about all this quarantine? I mean, are you wearing a mask when you go out?
Going out, hey, Ruby don't leave the house, sure. So I'm not gonna worry about no quarantine coming to me. Excuse me. No coronavirus. Come
You
on,
ain't,
read.
you ain't worried about that. Now I want to talk
Ain't
to.
worried about it, babe.
I want to talk to. Now we're gonna go from one coast. I don't know where do you live, Ruby? What state you live in?
I live in North Carolina.
All right, we're gonna go from North Carolina all the way to the Bronx. I want to talk to Carolyn, and if you can just channel your inner Carolyn and let us talk to Carolyn. Is Carolyn there?
Okay, of course. I'm always here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving the house because it's too dangerous. Have you seen all these people not wearing their masks? If I leave the house, that means I'm going to have to become the mask police. Okay? You know, you're talking about, you don't have the money, you're broke, or whatever. Oi, put me in charge. I will start finding and collecting from those people that don't wear the masks.
Well, you should run for office. You should run for
I
office.
should run for office. Oi, absolutely should.
And so what do you do when you have to go shopping and you have to get some food, Miss Carolyn? I mean, how do you get out and get that?
I don't leave the house. I call my nephew. And then he goes and buys my groceries. I give him a nice fat tip. And that's all I do. I don't leave the house. I'm smart. I'm smarter than that.
And your nephew's 8 years old. Isn't his name Rafiki? If you could channel your inner Rafiki so we could talk to your nephew and just see what he thinks about all of this.
Okay, all right. So my name is Rafiki. I'm 8. I'm about to turn 9. Sometimes my aunt be like, she's not my real aunt. She's like my play aunt. But then she'll say, Rafiki, would you go to the store for me? And then I say, yes, because just because I like to get money.
Well, Rafiki, I think it's a little late for you to be up, so we're going to just move on to somebody else real quick. And we're going to go.
You don't post a tell. Don't post a tell nobody. I'm up still. I'm going to get in trouble. I hear my great-grandma calling me. I'm going to be in trouble. Oh, my God.
Well, I'm going to get off with you, and I'm going to go ahead all the way over outside of the United States, and we're going to go all the way to Britain and talk to Dory. Dory, is Dory in there? Can you reach Dory for me?
You bloody well better believe I'm here. Yes. How's it going, mate? Hello, everybody. I bloody love you.
Dory,
I've never met you, but I bloody love you.
It is so good to talk to you. Finally meet you, Dory. The thing is that, we asked Abby to come on live with Vince Elliott and to, bring some of her friends. And it just seems like, when her friends come, we just never know what's going to happen. So thank you for coming along. And, I hope you guys don't, really drive her crazy, because sometimes she's just going along, minding her business, and all of a sudden all these voices come out. So, Dory, do they have the COVID issue over there where you are?
They've got the COVID issue. They've got it everywhere. They've got it every place, But I just like I do every single time. I'll sit back, I'll eat my gummy bears, yeah, and then I'll pretend like I'm someplace else because I can't travel right now. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes I just want to conveniently pop in a gummy bear. By the way, these are from Lidl. If you don't have Lidl, you should try it. Oh my God. In a bloody gummy bear right now, yeah?
What happens when you eat the gummy bear, I've learned in the past that it transforms you into somebody else. I mean, I understand you have
just eat those. I must be honest with you. It then transforms me to my very, 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 very religious Afro-Cuban remark. Just, that's how I become. Just, she from a place called Holguín, Cuba. And she always tell me something religious. She say to me, she say, todo lo puedo en Cristo que me fortalece. And I say, what do they mean to her? Because she's so religious. Oh my God, she loves me. I love her.
Okay, so if you just joined us, you wondering what the heck is going on. I just popped on real quick to have a special edition of Live with Vince Elliott. And we got Abby here, but although we got Abby here, we're talking to Ruby, we're talking to Carolyn, we're talking to Rafiki, Dory. I mean, you know, this is a Black woman here speaking British, Spanish, Bronx. I mean, there's got to be some hood. Is Tanzania in the building?
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Tansy. All my friends like to call me Tanzania. You know what I'm saying? Right. How you doing? Vincent and everybody. Yo, I'm really digging this, but you know, if some of y'all, I don't know if y'all could tell, but I am a little, I'm a little bit nervous. So I just wanted y'all to know. All right. Well, I'm gonna just chew on some gummy bears. Get ready, you know, because it's past my bedtime.
Well, listen, Tanzania. I mean, I you know, I don't want to be presumptuous, but I'm assuming you're from the hood. I'm not sure which hood you're from, what set you claiming, but but listen, I want people to be able to ask.
Why you gotta downplay me like that? So, you know what I'm saying? Hold up. Wait just a second now. Cause you don't know who we talking to, right?
Put Carolyn back on.
Put some hood on there, right?
I want to talk to Carolyn again. Can you put Carolyn back on, please?
Okay, hi, how are you? I'm just enjoying my gummy beer. I better take a drink right now of water.
How's things in New York? Is there a lot of protesting in the Bronx?
There's a lot going on. There really is. Oh my goodness. Hello. Pardon me.
While she gets a sip of water, guys, if you got any questions for her in terms of maybe her doing character voices, voiceover, you know, talent, anything like that, we won't do them all tonight because we're giving you a sample, but she does over 20 different voices, different characters. So tonight we gave you a little bit of Ruby. We gave you some Carol. Ruby was the old lady who sounds like she's drunk. Gave you a little bit of Carolyn from the Bronx. Gave you a little Tanzania from the hood. Gave you some Dory, which was a British accent. Gave you some Rafiki, who was a little 8-year-old kid, and that's just to name a few. And gave you a Spanish. Gave you the Spanish accent as well.
Hold on. How y'all doing? I'm just a player, Virginia Palmer. I'm serving for my 100th birthday. I decided I wanted to pursue my career as a model, as a supermodel.
Supermodel.
You know,
wow.
I started from the bottom. Now I'm here. Okay.
You started from the bottom. Now you're here.
Yeah. No, that's that little boy. What's his name? Drake. That's who sang that song.
Oh my goodness. People are tuning in late and they're going, what in the world is going on? I'll tell you what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on. What's going on that this one woman sitting here is giving us British, Spanish, Bronx, old lady, little kid, ghetto character voices, and she's doing them all, and she's got twice as many more that she hasn't done. And so it's late, and I know her voices and everything is tired from the day, but that's what we're doing. I just wanted to pop on real quick and just give them a little sample.
Thank you. No, thanks a lot. Thank you. Hey, listen, I want to say this to the, to the listening audience, because I'm really kind of like a stickler for my work and it being good. And I, just critiquing myself. I'm rusty, but thank you for listening and tuning in anyway. A little rusty. Have to keep the voice.
Yeah. This is an art form. This is and this is a natural gift for you, but at the same time, you have to you have to work your craft and your talents and things like that. So yeah, you have to take care of, you got to take care of your voice and always be in practice and things like that. What's up to Dylan Lovelace in the building? Dylan works with a lot of celebrities. You just never know who's watching and who's listening. But I tell you what, man, it's just going to take, they say you only 1-2 handshakes away or something like that. All it's going to take is for somebody who knows somebody, got a cousin, uncle, somebody in either Pixar or Disney World or wherever, one of these places, because all these different voices that you do, there's a need for that type of talent. So I applaud you for what you do. If you guys got any questions definitely go ahead and put those questions, because we're not going to be on here long. We just popped in real quick to give you a sample. I'm going to have you come back on Friday with the show on Friday as well. And let me say this real quick too. Sorry, that's got across you, but it's thanks, because it's like it's an icebreaker for me. So now it's like kind of gotten over my little stage fright a little bit here. Now I feel like stage fright, but she's been doing this for years. Been doing this for years. Well, my favorite character is I don't know. I got a lot of favorites. I'm kind of looking over here at the list. And, I tell you what, why don't we do this as we go out? I'm going to play some music, and I'm going to just call out the names, and you just say, goodbye. Each one of them has to say, they in their own way, they have to say goodbye. All right, hang on for a second. Let's see what kind of music do we want? Let's see. Let's go here. Ladies and gentlemen, as we sign off, we want to let each character represent themselves and say goodbye in their own way. So if Ruby would come to the forefront, Ruby, what do you want to say to us just before we sign off?
Hey, y'all have a good one, right?
That's Ruby. And then Carolyn from the Bronx. Carolyn, what do you have to say before you go?
Oh my God, it was lovely being with you all. Have a great night.
And then Tanzania is just from, the hood, anywhere in America. Tanzania, you got anything you want to say to us?
Y'all, look, it's my bedtime. Look, y'all have a good night, all right? Okay?
And then if Dory from Great Britain could have a few words in her British accent.
It was bloody nice meeting you, and I hope to see you soon, yeah?
And then Rafiki, the 8-year-old, if he could say a little something before he gets tucked in tonight.
Well, I'm not supposed to be talking, but y'all make sure you wear your mask and wash your hands. But good night. I love y'all.
And then our Spanish-speaking friend, the name is so long I can't even say it. If she could close us out in Spanish.
Okay, Jess. I am Teresa Enrique Julio Juana Quesadilla Matera. Dice Juan Juno and please. Adios.
And then lastly but not least, Abby in her regular voice. She actually has a regular voice when she's not being used and spoken through other people speaking through her. So Abby, you got the last word.
Okay. All right. Hey guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. Like, I've got to fine tune my voice. I really do. Thank you. I'm my biggest critic. I really am. But be blessed. Have a good night. And I'm going to watch some Netflix and catch some Z's in a minute. So.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we just popped in to do a little something, introduce you to Abby and some of her voices. She does many more voices. And I called her on the last minute. I said, listen, I just need you to pop on with me. I just feel an urge to do this. I actually did that. And I said, I feel an urge to do this. Let's just jump on and do some have some fun. So I'll bring Abby back. You'll see her again. And she, believe it or not, she just did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 voices. She's got about 15 or 16 more that she does. People are chiming in and saying some great things. They're saying, you're amazing, Miss Abby, enjoyed you. See, my audience loves you. Carlos Johnson is saying, awesome voice. Dolores is saying good night. Ruby, Jay Garrick is just applauding. People are saying, wow.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, yeah. So I knew.
Hey, look, it motivates me. Thank you for those comments because it now you've given me a reason to work harder to be better. Because I thank you. I appreciate that.
We're all our worst critic.
Yes.
So I mean, I've been doing voiceovers for over 30 years.
And you're great at it.
We're just cutting up now, but I'm hard on myself. I'll get on the mic. I'll get on the mic and go, get ready tonight. And I'll still be like, oh, that wasn't good enough. I got to do it again. So, that's it. If nobody has any questions or anything else, I'm going to just leave it at that because, like I said, this was an impromptu deal, nothing planned. But if you're new to the show, we actually do a regular scheduled show every Friday at 8 p.m. And shame on me for not putting up the Cash App because without you guys, man, helping us out with a donation of any size, the show will go down the tanks, and we don't want that to happen because this is a variety show, so we do all types of things. We have great guests like Abby come on and show their talent. We had the Mack brothers on Friday, 13, 14-year-old entrepreneurs who've been in business for 5 years. We had Lomas Brown on from the Detroit Lions. We had Rhonda Cheatham Mitchell from Precinct 278, District 1, on talking about voting. I mean, it's just a variety of folks that we have on. I can't name everybody, but hey, guys, stay tuned. Also, do me a favor, go to the YouTube page, which is all you got to do is search for The Vince Elliott. You see it there at the bottom of the screen. And then you can subscribe. Subscribing is one way you can support. Sharing these videos is another way you can support. And then lastly, you see the Cash App on the screen. That's another way you can support. So that's all I'm going to say for the night. And thank you for tuning in on an impromptu special edition of Live with Vince Elliott. All right. Wave goodbye, Abby.
Bye. See you later.